We are live, coming to you from the broadcast studio of The Stand on YouTube. My name's Jimbo, and my partner is
Matt. Dude, are you smoking that wacky backer over there?
Huh?
I said, are you smoking that wacky backer over
No.
No,
No,
you must have got a residue bag.
My wife got me an early birthday present tonight, buddy. Early birthday present. I think she's afraid I'm going to go to jail before my birthday, and she's wanting to let me enjoy these Bose headphones before I go to the Hooscow. Because, she's been hearing Ernie on Facebook every day saying I'm going to jail. So.
Yeah, and bring your lawyer.
She's worried about me, bro.
Lawyer.
Get my fancy lawyer. She's worried about me.
No, I'm letting her out. You want it
Wow.
We got Wolf Lover and Shay in here right now.
What's up, guys?
So,
Wolf Lover.
That's not Werewolf Lover, is it now? Because, old Locking man there. Old Locking.
The Beast of Bray Road.
No, we're not in jail yet.
We're still waiting on those cops to go through his phone so they can figure out who's going to jail.
Who Knows is here. Victoria, is it Bellavante or Bellavente or Bellavent? I'm going to mess it up one way or the other. Sheila O. Didn't know it was going to be so hard, did you, honey?
No, I didn't.
She has to borrow my cord, and I've got it rigged up in here.
Oh, good deal.
My rapid charger cord. She said, can I use your rapid charger? I said, yeah, go ahead. She's like, she's over here trying to get it all undone and take it in there.
Yeah, Shay, that must be he must really have thousands of screenshots. Because them boys, man, they're having to file all the evidence is what it is, Shay. That's what they're doing. We're talking about Wolfie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how the cops are supposed to be coming after us. He was sitting in
the parking lot of the police station, and I thought we were going down, man,
Yeah. I mean, for real, dude, like, this is like the third time this has happened to me in a few months, bro.
Yeah,
it's starting to worry me.
An hour and 58 minutes away from day 4 since the threat of jail.
And we called bluff 24 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't understand.
It's up in the air, bro.
Don't understand.
I bet they're having to make a plan to be able to apprehend all 30 of us. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's manpower. They don't have that.
Sunshine is here.
Well, I mean, he does work for Facebook security too. So
you want to borrow one? You want to borrow one from Ernie? This could be an Ernieism. Show of hands. How many people was in Jamie's chat? Show of hands now. Show of hands. Oh. Yes, Shay, I think we won that one too. Be honest with you, I don't know that Ernie knows how to win at anything. Crafting through the lies in the house.
Hey, Crafton, what's going on?
Turn these bad boys on. It might help to turn the headphones on, you reckon?
Sometimes it does, dude. Sometimes it does. I mean,
they would have a little bit of a charge on them, though, what do you think?
If they're brand new, they should at least be at a half charge or a little less. That's usually how that works. So,
we're gonna check them out anyway. Got these Bose headphones, man. I don't know. Probably ain't as good as that Bluetooth that Ernie carries around in his ear up there. He got at the truck stop. They stole at the truck stop.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder which truck stop we got that from. Pilot, Flying J.
I don't know, man. He might have rogued it off of one of those Johns he was working out there at the rest area. You never know.
Welcome, Scotty. Good to have you. Oh, goodness.
So, who all was at Jamie's chat a few minutes ago?
You see all the hands in there? You see the hands?
No, man. No, dude. I've been trying to work out how to figure, or trying to be able to chat, man. It's the first time working these controls, bro.
Shay, Sunshine Apple Pie, Lady Jane Rude.
Hey, Stingray. I seen you getting targeted today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You're in shock. The Ernie clip a friend sent you. What's that clip? What was in it? What was it about?
Inquiring minds.
Yeah, I've got a few
Clips.
Facebook screen recordings that I need to look at. Not Facebook, but I guess YouTube screen recordings I need to look at. So I'm gonna pull those up shortly and check them out. Ooh, there's a bunch. I mean, a bunch
What is this you're talking about?
of screen recordings.
Oh, yeah. Lots of them, dude.
Did you get them all too?
Not all of them.
From one of our mods.
No.
It's a good old Ern running that mouth, I'm sure. Oh, the 10-year-old. Yeah. Yeah, that's his ex-girlfriend's daughter, and I don't know the context but she was ferociously mad at him.
Oh, you're talking
contacting
about
her 10-year-old daughter behind her.
Well, apparently he was talking shit to her daughter at 10 years old, man. Like, I don't care if she's a firecracker like mom. You don't fuck with kids, man.
Never.
Like, damn, man. You teach them not to. You don't fuck with them, dude.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying she did anything wrong. I'm just saying, dude, nuh-uh. That's a boundary, bro. That's how people get in trouble. That's how they get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And you wonder why your life is hell, dude. Think about it, bro. Think about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
You've been doing this for years.
Yes, that was Ernie Shell in the video. He's the little guy who got kicked through the bottom of that trailer.
Yep. The one that had the bloody mouth fighting the giant guy that couldn't fight.
Yeah.
It was actually
it seemed like it was kick.
And both parts
for Ernie.
are on that. Well, I was gonna say, and both parts are on the Lycan page, and I believe it's on the stand too. Both parts of the fight, because there were two parts. They took a break. If you notice at the end, Ernie's wearing different clothes than what he was wearing when he got kicked through the trailer skirting.
Yeah, he went and changed clothes. He wanted to put on his fighting clothes.
Yep.
After he got his ass whooped.
But he was coming out of that trailer in that video posted
one
today like he was coming to the wrestling ring, dude.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, bro. And then he's worried about that girl getting up in his shit. Get her away from me. And then he hides on the other side of the car from her. Like, yeah, dude, that's what happens when you fuck with somebody's kid, bro.
Yep. Oh,
that's exactly what happens.
He had it coming.
Oh, he always has it coming.
And what he was all mad about was this all happened through his hockey mask days. He had stolen a mask from Cody Huskins that was painted by Tony Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
And he sold said mask and claimed that he had been the original painter of this mask. So when all the facts came out. Oh, and there was another little tidbit that Cody Huskins was laying down with his lady
while they were together.
Yeah,
because he's the deadbeat. Because he's a deadbeat. I mean, honestly, you got to think about it. What does he have to offer? Really?
Living in her house, eating her food, paying no rent.
Yep.
Well, no, he wasn't driving her car. He was driving Sack's car.
But yeah, like, and what's funny is the guy that really did paint the mask was actually watching Ernie's live today.
Yeah.
And he asked Ernie to wolf out for him on live. And of course, Ernie wants to act like he was his teacher. Let's understand this, okay? Ernie did none of the work that came out of that partnership. None of it. He did the lip service, and that was it. Took credit, that was it. Yeah. Tony was the guy. Tony is still the guy. Okay? Don't listen to what Ernie tries to tell people. Yeah, he was helping Tony get into the business, but Tony was doing the work. Period. And he's been on our lives before before we went to YouTube, and we had to take the video down. But hopefully one day we can get him up here so he can tell you what he went through, because he's come up here once already. And of course, Ernie's a little bitch, and he won't threaten Tony.
No.
He knows better. It's just like threatening James Foster. He knows bad things will happen. He knows better. You notice he don't threaten Jimbo and me.
Only with jail.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You're going to jail like a little pussy. He's going to whip everybody's ass but ours. That works. But, yeah, he was trying to make it look like Tony wasn't shit today, and Tony very much is the shit. So, again, Ernie is full of shit. I guess shit is on the menu tonight, but
of course,
yeah, it's been an interesting ride, just watching what Ernie thinks is okay to do. Because rest assured, it might not be happening right now at this very moment, but his karma is coming for him. He knows it. That's why he's flipping out. That's why he wants to block all the trolls permanently, and he's run and hid on YouTube, because it's exactly what he's done, folks. Don't let him fool you. He thought he was going to build an empire on Facebook. Well, you see where he's at with that. Nothing. So he's running to YouTube, thinking he's all this and that, talking about going to have 30,000 subs and all this stuff, and talking shit to Doug. He's not going to dent Doug. He can dream about it, but he's not gonna. Ernie's not that fucking important.
No. I don't think the fight with Cody was 10 years ago. I think it was more like about 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah. It was around the time of Horror at the Plex, which was in 2017, October 2017. Horror at the Plex is Ernie's ultimate failure.
Sunshine, I don't know if Don has, but I know he's talked to the proper channels around him about it. I do know that much. But as far as has he told anybody else, I'm not sure. Sorry, Jimbo, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
Oh no, I was muted. I muted. I was telling my wife something.
Oh, gotcha.
Your stuff's to
Oh, who knows? He does. He's definitely still has mental issues. You can see his multiple personalities every day on Facebook, and believe me, he's live long enough for you to see him.
There's absolutely no question that he's got mental issues.
I really think it's a multiple personality problem, and they're all narcissists. those personalities. They have a narcissist nature.
Yeah.
So basically, he's got a lot of personalities, and he's just an asshole in all of them. Yeah, Genevieve, he does that all the time. He thinks he's coy about things. He's not, man. Nobody gives a shit. He could have been driving through there, but I'm still doubting that. So. Yep. Yeah, Ernie's definitely a piece of work. I know that last night during the live stream of Jamie's, when Don Wells posted his number so Jamie could bring him on panel, Ernie got the number and he called Don Wells, but he did not identify himself to be Ernie Shell when he called him. He tricked him into talking to him for a lengthy amount of time. And so that being said, Ernie is still trying to work his investigation that he claims he's quit. Okay. And you can definitely expect something to come out of this, even though he said he's not going to post any of it. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna, unless he really does understand that if he does anything with this, that he's tampering with an investigation.
Right.
And that is a felony. So he can try to add some inches to his little penis with this, or he can be smart and not do shit with it. But that's on him, man. And we all know the choice that Ernie usually makes is let me be an idiot. That's usually the path that's taken. So I don't know what was talked about, but I do know that much happened.
Yeah.
And I do know that Don spoke to the proper channels close to him that are actively in the investigation and let them know what occurred. So, but that'll tell you a little something about Mr. Ernie Shell. This is how desperate he is, folks. He couldn't get an interview with Don Wells. He couldn't do it because he don't know how to fucking act. Okay? And apparently he had to lie to Don to even get anything. Yeah. So, but doing that's like I was saying last night, at some point you would think this is witness tampering and fucking with an investigation.
Yeah, he's definitely interfering with an investigation. Definitely. Yeah.
So, I mean, they can say what they want. They can say trolls this, trolls that. Everybody sees what the fuck you're doing, folks. And trust me, we're going to shine light on it. So understand, you're going to get caught. You can think you're being slick. You think that you're being all 007 and this and that. You're nothing. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't stop anything that's happening. You can stop what you're doing, but you can't stop what's happening. And that's really the choice, because like Jamie said earlier, like Jimbo said earlier, I'm going to tell you now too, ain't none of us quitting. Ain't none of us backing down. You're not that fucking powerful. None of you. So you can sit there and dream up bullshit, but do remember, the more bullshit you put out, the more we're going to put it out there on you. Oh, look at these idiots. Look at these fools. And they all talk shit. All of them. So there's not an innocent one in that situation as far as I've seen. There's no one catching shrapnel, nothing.
No.
They all deserve it. Well, the ones that are having their business put out there.
Yeah, you look at the chat here.
That's what I'm doing, man. Seeing what's going on.
Party state, no permission needed. Oh, you mean a two-party state? Yeah, with talking about recording. Yeah, there's most states are only one party has to be aware, and of course, if one person is recording it, they're aware of it. So opens the door for people like Skirney to manipulate people.
And
Should be criminal.
he's been talking about that Tennessee code, that they need to have it changed, that he's going to be meeting with the governor, Governor Bill Lee, you know, him and his status, he knows everybody, but he was talking about that code. What he's talking about, folks, back, I want to say it was in either May, June, or July. It was in the summertime this past year. And they did their Predator in the Park sting with Tim Jones. Well, what they found out after the fact, and they say, oh, we turned the chat logs over and this and that. Well, yeah, they did. But the thing they're not telling you is they were told by the police what they did was not legal, that they couldn't do any kind of follow-up with the work that they had done because none of them were cops. They have to be a representative of the state. They have to be. That's the law. That's the law they want to change. They want to do vigilante bullshit. Okay? And you know good and well, people, they grab their guns when it comes to pedophiles. Hardly any questions are asked. Well, in this society, we see a lot of people being accused of a lot of things that they're not guilty of, and it's coming to light. Well, what if that was to happen and they go killing people that they think were pedophiles without evidence? And of course, we know Ernie, we know Tina, they're going to cook up a lot of fucking evidence. So this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get that Tennessee code changed so they can be legal to do what they do. Whenever the cop told them what they did was illegal and they could not do it, they changed their whole stance from predator stings to general awareness. Anybody familiar with that term? Anybody familiar with that term? Because that's what they went to. And that's been the push ever since. Signs and symbols, the codes. Because all he could do was legally just teach people. And that's what he was trying to do. Well, the motherfucker don't know shit that you can't look up on fucking internet. Okay, it's not privileged fucking skills or information you're getting from this cat. It's not. You could teach yourself more about it than Ernie Shell could.
Right.
So whenever he's out here posing to be a predator hunter, to be this and that and the other, we're like, no, you're not, dude. Quit lying. You're not that. I don't care if you got a license. I've said it many times. You can have a license for something and still not do it. You can have a business license, but go out of business. I mean, fuck, dude. You don't have to drive a car to have a driver's license. License don't really mean much at all, especially when those licenses are expired, Ernie. And we do check that shit too, buddy boy.
Yeah. Tennessee Mountain High, I'm not donating money to anyone on the tube. I don't blame you. Ernie is, if you'll notice, he'll say, I'm not monetizing my channel. It'll never be monetized. I don't ask for money. And then just a few seconds later, he'll flash his Cash App. But if you want to donate, you donate to my Cash App or my PayPal. These people begging for money, there's other ways to do something honorable. And Ernie's always asking for resources. And I was telling Matt this the other day, if you don't have the resources and you don't have the expertise or the tools to do a job, then you're not qualified to do it. So don't do it. So if you're not qualified to be a bounty hunter, you're not qualified to be a predator hunter, then you're not. Going on Facebook or on YouTube and pretending to be something you're not, just to scam money from people is Ernie Shell 101.
Oh yeah. I mean, even coming down to his mask making days. How many masks did you see him make, Jimbo?
None.
But he was world renowned.
Yeah.
Think about that, folks. Think about it. I mean, look at his promotions that he's done. Failure. Like, And he's the one that did it to himself. Every time. He had the ability to do right in these situations and to succeed. But when you go and spend your startup money on a Lexus, it sort of screws you. And that's documented too. And what's even more screwed up is I was going through some messages with Mr. Shell. And I seen one where he was talking about Dr. Sack passing away. And he was trying to say that to me as a salt in the wound kind of comment.
Yeah.
This is the kind of dirty shit he does. Oh, you bring it up to him. Oh, I heard Dr. Sack just recently passed away. Like, fuck you, Wolfie.
Yeah.
What you did with that profile, that kind of comments, that's all coming back to you, bro. You don't think it is. You're going to cry victim when it does, but it's coming. Evil, man. Straight up evil.
Cops in Cobb County want nothing to do with him, and Hollis swears them down. All he did was like a few posts, and now they think he's besties.
Where are you reading that?
That's Brittany James.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, man. Hollis was contacted. Like, dude, do you know these people? Because you need to really know who they are before you put your support behind them. I mean, I spoke about Hollis and CJ last night. These are good people. They're good people. Okay? CJ's going to win, but they're both good guys. Tina and them need to stay the fuck out of it because they're not relevant in this game anyway. I don't care. You think he's going to change the code in Tennessee? Hollis can't do that shit. That's not how that works. I'm pretty sure you fools couldn't tell me the 3 branches of government or how a bill becomes a law. I guarantee you couldn't. Not without reading it from your little search engine. So, yeah. I'm sort of ranting tonight. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You got the soapbox. Get on it.
Yeah, but they tried to slander and talk shit about the actual sheriff of Cott County, not the acting one. That one's CJ.
Armando.
Yeah, they were trying to slander his name. I might have said it before. They claimed he was Tennessee's biggest human trafficker. Said that he was taking all of the bodies from where they snuff them out and put them in the rock quarry,
Yeah.
and that he was funded by the cartel. I've known Armando since high school. I'm 48 years old. I went to church with Armando. He lived with some members in our church when he first moved to Tennessee. Like, I've known Armando almost the entire time. Closeness, not so much now. We went to church together. So, yeah, you know each other a little bit,
Yeah.
But, no, man, like, he's a good fella. He's got a family. He's got a new grandson. Like, his son, he's a good kid, man. And he was adopted. But that kid, Armando, and his wife did a very good job. Very good job. I mean, you're sitting here slandering good people, folks. That's what you're doing. When you side with Ernie, when you guys choose, oh, I'm going to support Ernie, I'm going to support Tina, do understand that's what you're supporting too. Do understand that. Because it's exactly what it is. They want to talk shit about CJ. CJ has character. CJ is a good man. Hollis has good character. They are all good people. All they try to do is stir shit up. This is what they're doing. But yes, Hollis was contacted and told, hey man, you need to check into them before you give them your support. Well, ever since then, I've not seen him liking any post or anything. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign because no good person needs to have their name in the mud because of somebody like them. Right. It's not right. And like I said yesterday, they've done this to pastors to churches, to school teachers, to county board members. I mean, he was talking shit to Forrest Clevenger 2 days ago in that 6-hour live. First of all, Forrest isn't a high-profile politician, okay? He is a county legislative board member. That's what he is. So he don't get to make any laws. He don't get to change any laws. He don't have any control over shit, okay? Him and other people have control over shit.
Yep.
But he's going to sit here and talk shit about one of my friends being a meth dealer. Yeah, we know who sells in this situation.
Yeah.
We've all known before a Tales of a Lycan, before Matt Kemper was in your life that you knew of. It was a known thing. So you can sit there and play your little game and your denial and, oh, well, if they're going to say this about us, they're going to say this about you. And no, they're trying to justify bullshit they've done, folks. Wake up.
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yep. Wake up.
Or, they think if they point the finger at everybody else, that there's nobody looking at them.
Well, right now they're trying to create noise to take the attention off of them. So basically they're filling their lives up with all these people coming on and talking all this shit. Like really, guys, you're not anything to begin with. You think bringing in somebody is going to help you? Dude, you can bring in Donald Trump. It ain't going to help you. I mean, you can bring in Joe Biden. It's really not going to help you, but still. I mean, and we see through the circus. We see through the shit show. All of us do. Well, anybody with 2 brain cells that aren't inbreeding, yes.
What do you got?
Okay.
Readers all of a sudden.
Tennessee Mountain High. You're talking about the Bills. Didn't they end a year ago? I think I sent it to Jimbo today. The bill that they were claiming that they were pushing, that the Tiffany lady was part of or one of the authors for it, I guess, or the inspirations for it. There was a different bill that Chris Severe and Ernie were pushing, and that was a bill to basically, everybody knows the story about Predator Hunter Nation being banned out of our community groups and Facebook. Well, what they're trying to do is get it passed where you have to allow them to post, and if you do not, they can sue you. And it's called, I think it's called the Smack Act. But this is what they were trying to push. Now, everybody knows Ernie. Everybody's heard him talking about people going to jail, people getting sued, all this shit. This is his angle to try to squash and quieten this uprising that's happening, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
This wake-up call, whatever you want to call it. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it where if you speak out against him, that he can sue you. And I can see Chris being 100% about it, because Chris has got a lot of shit out there that he don't want to be hearing about, because they're both idiots.
Yeah.
So, but don't be
accusations
about protecting any. That was total crock. Okay. Besides the fact that Ernie claims to be something that he's not, they weren't doing that either. It was a Smack Act. They were trying to be able to sue you for talking about them, not taking away porn privileges to save children. No, that's not what it was. If you need to know about it, Ernie had Chris come on and give an explanation of what they were doing and what it was called in one of his lives. He's like, I got 75 people on here right now. You want to talk to them about that act? Yeah. And so Chris comes on there in his little Fonzie jacket and starts telling us about that act. And basically, if you're trying to post, or if you've been discriminated against because of your political or religious standing, then you can sue. If you've watched any of Severe's videos, that's what he claims these people have done. After he's been a dick to him, then he wants to say, "Oh, you're discriminating against me because of my beliefs." No, dude, we believe you're an asshole. That's why.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, don't be fooled. That had nothing to do with saving kids. Just like anything else with Ernie, they ain't trying to save anybody. No, they trying to put a little bit of spotlight on him and put some money in that pocket. I mean, you were talking about how he flashes that Cash App up. Well, what he does is he bitches about other creators having theirs going on a banner during their live, where you can see it on the chat and all that shit. Okay, he bitches about that. What he's not telling you is for about 20 to 30 minutes of each one of his lives, he's got that Cash App up and he's just talking. All you see is or hear is his voice, and you see his Cash App. So it doesn't matter if he has them in banners in the chat. He still has Cash App and all that shit painted on that page, and he posted up. So it's like, what is it, Ernie? Are you there for the money, buddy? Because dude, people are seeing it, man. I see it in the comments all the time. Not in our lives, in your live streams, bud. That's where it's happening. Everybody's a troll because nobody likes you.
Yeah, anybody don't like him is a troll.
Yeah.
Or a pedophile or a
and well, it was funny today. He was asking, can you block where they can't see anything at all? Well, and he had the mod for him blocking him. Ban him. Well, go ahead. Ban him, Ernie, because you're going to lose a lot of subs when that goes down, big guy. You think all them subs are for Ernie. Rah, rah, ree. No, we're not. Not at all. So whenever those numbers drop, understand what I told you a few weeks ago is a fact.
Yeah.
Understand it. You're not getting up 30,000, man. You ain't getting 9,000. You ain't getting 5,000. You might be lucky to get 5,000. And still at that, it's going to be people tuning in to watch the shit show, man. Just like on your little Predator Hunter Nation and my 2,000 followers. Yeah, we know about that too. What's going on that page now? Because you never really left either, Ernie. You didn't. I know y'all had a little tiff, but still, we know. We're not dumb. We also seen your little joint broadcast today. That was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. Already been done, but cool, you know.
Yeah.
What are you doing over eating again, man?
Lord, no. Flipping through pages.
I got you.
Gossip said I would never make money off the back of missing children. It's wrong. You know, and that's it's sad, but he's not even the worst one. Like there's people making
bank
hoodies and t-shirts for Summer Wells and the family of Summer Wells and the
dude, the figure that I was
none of that to get any of that money.
Well, I was told a figure that Molly Golightly had, I forget the exact figure, but it was quite a bit of money that she had made just off of super chats.
Yeah, Griff showed that on his went that over one of his lives one night.
Mm. But yeah, and she's a female Ernie. She's the one that went to the Wells home to protest, that started all that shit. So that'll tell you what these people do, man. They go into a missing child's home. Actually, didn't they go to the Laundrie's house too? In Florida? I think.
Did.
Yeah, I was thinking she did. Over 50,000. Who knows? Yep. I knew it was a nice chunk. A nice chunk. And all these people are doing is using a little girl that's missing in her plight to make money, folks. And if you're helping them, you really should do some soul searching, man. That's the thing that blew my mind at first with Doug. I'm glad Doug has taken the stance he has and that he does see the light. I'm not glad that Ernie's giving him shit, but like I said before, I don't think he can budge or Ernie can budge his channel. don't think he can. So Ernie can keep dreaming. He can he can keep attacking, but it ain't gonna do him no good. He's just gonna look like more of an asshole. So
yeah, and he is an asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That he is, man.
My wife and son's in here and they're laughing.
Oh.
You called somebody else an asshole and you called somebody an asshole. We're like,
we're talking about two different assholes at the same time.
Yeah.
Twin Mongholios.
TP. But yeah, it was nice to see him make that reversal and be like, okay, I see it now, and fuck you, because we need more of that. We need people waking up to this shit. We don't need people helping them. We need people waking up to it. And like I said, I'm glad that some of these people are starting to open them eyeballs up, man. They're starting to see. And I mean, I've seen some of their most passionate followers quit. They're just, you know what? I can't do that, because they finally reached a level that person didn't think they would, but they did. And they were like, okay, I've had enough. You know?
Yeah. Sadie, have you seen some of those women?
One looks like Shrek, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up like
Shrek.
Yeah. Well, some with the beards and mustaches too, but still, you know, like there's some ugly boys. Ugly boys. And I'm not going to sit here and say I won't say anything about anybody, but I ain't going to just do it for no fucking reason. Okay, Ernie? So, yeah.
Thank you guys, you new subscribers. I see the notification popping up on my screen that we've got some new subscribers. I appreciate that.
Yes, yes. And thank you, everybody that's been active on the stand and in the Tales of a Lycan page. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for the reactions. We need that. We need people to see that. When you do that, it shows up on news feeds. Okay? It shows up more. Help us get the word out. I mean, the next person that he's going to, it could be your brother, sister, mother, father. Do you really want that, man? I mean,
yeah, we're in no way trying to compete with other channels either. Like,
no,
we, you know, most of the channels, we're in the same, you know, we're out to accomplish the same goals. Jamie's channel, Predators of Predator Hunter Nation. That's you know, I consider that our brother or sister station. Like, you know, like,
yep,
we're
our affiliate.
We're the same type of message. You're just hearing it from 2 or 3 different people in different ways, different perspectives.
Yep.
But yeah, we're all out to expose the truth. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Transparency, one of their favorite words. That's what we're here for. Is that transparency?
Jamie works a full-time job. Kemper works a full-time job. I have a job. I don't, you know, I'm disabled, but I still go out and work. I coach basketball and I teach kids basketball. So we're not here to take money from nobody. We're not flashing no cash app and asking for any money. You know, it's not about money here like it is over there with Ernie. That's his whole goal is money and 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
But we are, you know, complete opposite. If you got money you want to give somebody, find somebody that needs it, not Ernie, not us. Find somebody that actually could use the help.
Well, if you want to help organizations that are saving kids, there's plenty of good ones out there, guys.
Yeah, there's legit ones out there.
Right. You've got Google. You can look up these organizations. Okay. So, like Jimbo said, think twice. Put your money where it's going to matter the most. It's not going to matter feeding Dirty Ernie fucking tacos at a Mexican restaurant. Okay? Because I was watching that shit today, and I'm like, man, he's loving that fucking taco he didn't pay for.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. Think about where he's sending that dollar to, guys. Because Ernie claims he don't need it anyway, so don't.
Definitely somebody else's money. It's not Ernie's. That's for sure.
The most work he does is driving that fucking beater.
Yeah. You don't needs money for his travels.
Come on, baby. Get here with daddy.
You got a big travel coming up, he said. Not a big trip. Not an important trip. A big travel coming up.
It comes from that fucking that high level education that he had that took him 4 grades in 1 year to do, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. Like I said, anybody that hears the shit that comes out of his mouth, you have to know, man. If you talk to Ernie for 5 minutes, you know that motherfucker didn't graduate. You know he didn't. He might have got a GED, but he did not graduate. Maybe 8th grade, going into high school, that was it. And he better be glad there wasn't a height requirement for it.
Ooh, baby, we got something nice here. Let me see if I can get this. Let's see if I can get this picture up. Hold on. Get away from my cord. Hey! Get.
All right, man. I'll leave it alone, dog.
Yeah, quit. 4-month-old Rottweiler doesn't care, buddy. He don't care.
That's a toy, man. No. You damn right.
I said no. I don't know if you've seen this one. This is beautiful. Let me see if I can pull this up. Go ahead and talk, and I will hit the share.
I'm just reading comments, guys. Sorry. Didn't mean to drop off like that.
All righty. Check this one out. Can you read that, Kemper?
Hold on. My controls are different. Hold on. No, I can't read it at all, dude.
It's all right, small. Let me read it. It's a post on Tiffany Marler's page.
Okay.
She shared from her, I guess, another one of her email addresses at No More Tears 214.
Yeah.
And it's got a picture of Doug in the screen. It may be actually a video.
I think it's the video of him tearing into Ernie because I was watching it earlier.
But it says, when the record is set straight, even if it takes years, it's sometimes comforting. It shows that sometimes you cannot quit that fight you are in. Thank you for setting the record straight.
Boom.
It's got Doug in it.
That's the shit, dude. I love that. Yeah. I fucking love that, dude. That's great.
And
way to go, Tiffany.
In terms of a fight, Doug just knocked Ernie's ass out.
As Smokey said, you got knocked the fuck out. I mean, that's beautiful, though, man, because it's true. It's true. This is what Ernie does to people. Apparently, he's not the only one because his buddy Chris has been doing it too. But the whole point is this is what they do to people. When people wake up and they can't get it done anymore, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we bring it. Like, that woman is a survivor. She is a survivor. Okay, that's where her inspiration for this build.
Something happened to you, Kemper? Well, Kemper was right in mid-sentence and he disappeared. Jimbo, did Ernie touch that little girl or just message her or both? I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't heard. But I'll tell you, I don't think Ernie would do that. Honestly. I mean, he can say all bad stuff he wants about me. I'm not gonna stoop to his level. I don't think he would. So, yeah, I doubt it. You'd have to ask the mom, but what's been said or all that. But he did message that little girl for sure, and I don't know what he said to her, but the mom was mad. All right. Kemper's messaged me. He want to know what happened. Says he's trying to come back in. Let me see if I can. I'll send him an invite. Let me see that. But then he wouldn't be a moderator or nothing. Let me see here. Wouldn't have no controls, but. Right. Maybe he'll come back in this way. Let's see. Do I think Ernie would be dumb enough to drive to California and try to stalk Doug? No, I don't think he would stalk him physically in person. Now, will he stalk him online and cause a lot of trouble for him? Absolutely. Will he call people that he may know, that may know people in California? Absolutely. That's the kind of thing he does. He won't be near enough to anybody that can handle themselves.
Bluetooth.
He won't be close enough to anybody that could get a hand on him because he's a coward. You know. Now, I said I don't think he's a pedophile, but I do think he's a coward. You know, he's threatened me 100 times. I dare him to show up. You know, I'm a crippled old man. Crippled, old. Hell, sometimes I struggle getting out of the bed. But I will meet that little sawed-off dirt bag anytime, anywhere, and he knows it. He absolutely knows it. So no, he won't show up in person and do anything. If you notice in that video of the fight, he didn't want to go outside. Those boys were talking him into going back outside and fighting. Like, you know, him, you know, having to get encouragement. And all he'd done is talk trash about Cody and dared him over there to fight. So when Cody showed up, Ernie had to, you know, get out there and do it. Right. At least we're not in jail yet. At least we're not in jail yet. Ernie drove to the Canadian border to scare Cher. Yes, he did. He's not afraid of Cher. Where'd that go? I was going to put that up there. But yes, Ernie did drive up there to Niagara Falls and ran his mouth, and I think he scammed her out of some money or something. Or no, was that somebody else? It was somebody else. But I can't remember. But,
sorry, guys.
Yeah, he won't. He's not man enough to do that with a man. Now, a woman, yep, I believe he'd probably fly to Japan to stalk a woman and try to scare her. But man, he won't show up in person. He don't have the nuts. They ain't dropped far enough yet. You know, he's been using that one thing a lot here lately, Kemper.
What's that?
He's too old a dog to be pissed on by a puppy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that means, but I mean, I could delve into the psyche of the madman, of the killer inside.
Well, I mean, you hear half the shit he says anyway, dude. None of it makes sense. He just wants to sound like he makes sense. Our eyes and our ears have deceived us.
Yeah, God-given heart.
Right, like Dude, you're stupid. You don't get it.
No. No clue.
Not at all.
Damnation.
Yeah, Crime and Beauty or Crime Beauty. I tried to call him out. He kept talking about wanting to whip my ass. I told him I'd give him my address. He showed up here in Michigan, supposedly, but he was in
Anyway.
Georgia. So he was trying to use some dumbass fear tactics. But I got to be scared first. That's the problem. It don't work if you ain't scared. And um, he will go after women or people that he thinks that he's stronger than. That's how much confidence he has. He won't go out on a limb. If he has any suspicion that he's about to get his ass hurt, he won't do it. That's why now it's jail, 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 jail. Because for the longest time, he thought I was fake. He thought I was a profile that Jimbo Collins had made and was running. Now, that'll tell you what Ernie and them do because they do duplicate people's personal accounts.
Yeah.
They really do.
No, Bill, Anna, no.
But, yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah,
What are we talking
about
about?
him picking on women. He will pick on anybody he thinks is weaker, and
Oh, that Mandy
basically,
C. Yeah, he scammed her out of money.
huh?
Hey, that Mandy C. He scammed her out of money. Like told him he had to get his car fixed or
Yeah.
had to get gas money to make it on up there or something, and then took her money and run with it.
Mm-hmm. But that's what he does, man. He is a predator by his own definition.
Yep.
He is a predator. Tina is a predator. Even Xander is a predator.
How
If
many
you
of you guys?
facilitate it, you're part of it.
How many of you guys have seen the video? It's on Tales of the Lycan of Ernie standing outside the people's window, watching them have relations, filming them have relations, and saying, "It ain't every day you get to have sex in a mansion." I mean, that is pure peeping Tom stalker.
And when he was called on it, he tried to say, well, there ain't no crime in doing PI work. Like he
Yeah,
was doing private investigator work. Like, come on, dude. Tell somebody who believes that shit. Don't swing that at me.
yeah.
It's going to go splat on you. But yeah, he's definitely a predator. And he is smart about who he chooses, folks. Don't think he's a complete idiot because he's not. He's no chess master. I can say that for sure. But
Right.
he does know who to target. He will come after you. He will target you if he can get any kind of dirt or get any kind of leverage against you. It doesn't matter if it's scamming and him just sucking up to you and you paying for shit. It don't matter. He's going to find you that way. He's going to find the suckers. That's what he do. If it wasn't for suckers, Ernie wouldn't be a thing. He'd be starved.
Yep.
But we got the suckers. And unfortunately, most of those suckers are lonely older women. And Ernie can't fulfill their fantasies. Not at least from what I've been told.
No.
That little inch gummy worm of his. So, actually, it was described to me as a clitoris. So, while he's talking about crotches and Doug and all this other shit, just remember that. Ken doll status.
He's got a man clitoris.
Yep. Stick pussy, whatever you want to call it. Sorry.
Well, wasn't it in the conversation between him and Eric Rush about showing his thing when he said,
All about tucking it back?
yeah.
Yeah. And then made the comment, "Don't worry, I've done the privilege of deleting our messages."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. We know you play role. Y'all like to get together and play escaped convict and the warden's wife. And I know you're the wife, right?
Sorry, Brittany.
But don't worry, when you're cooking more at 4 a.m, Brittany, Ernie will let you know about it, okay, hon? Shouldn't you be doing something else?
I'm gonna be online at 4 a.m. giving secret codes over Facebook, over over chats, and
what's funny is he knew her light was on at her home at 4 a.m.
Oh, really?
Not really funny, but it's still a fact. How does he know that? Was he out there? Was Xander or Tina or some others there? You know? And she's not dumb. Brittany's got protection just like most people in Cott County carry. You better believe we strap around her. So, but yeah. How does he know her light was on at 4 a.m. at her home? You know? Makes you wonder. Actually, he just tells you what he does. I mean, it's documented by his own camera, him peeping other people's windows. And then he does that. Shows you the predator. And that's exactly why Jamie's channel is called The Predators of Predator Hunter Nation. That's why. They're just straight up sleaze, man. Skank cheese, dude. Am I still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I had muted. I was talking to the wife.
I thought I got booted again.
You were talking about skank cheese and whores, and I was talking to my wife. It's hard to be romantic with you talking like that, but
well, you know. Exactly, Brittany. Exactly. That's when you told me that, and I heard him say that. I was like, "How does this motherfucker know?" And I mean, he tells on himself, and he don't get it. He don't get it. And if they have a reason to be going by Brittany's house, it still tells you they pay a fucking attention. So it don't matter if they live near her. I know plenty of people that live near the cafe. Plenty. Okay. I don't stalk. And I have reason to wonder. I have reason to ask. I don't. I could. I don't. He's supposed to go on the 4th, Wolf Lover. He's supposed to go to court on the 4th to pay some traffic fines by his mouth. And it's probably true because he's that kind of guy that would stretch out traffic tickets and having to do payments. He could have gotten busted for driving on a revoked or something like that. There's a lot of fines in that, but I don't know what it is. I just know it's traffic violation. So
yeah, I'm sure it's tickets, like speeding tickets, probably speeding tickets and or driving with no
insurance and shit like that.
Because I've never known him to have car insurance ever, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it now. But maybe you guys can enlighten me. Somebody told me that there is no requirement for car insurance in the state of Tennessee.
I'm pretty sure you have to, man.
I know you have to have it in Kentucky.
I mean, I know when I was down in Tennessee, I had a car that was registered in Michigan, and then I sold it. And then my ex-wife, me and her had a couple of cars, but they were always in her name, so I never even had to worry about the insurance part. I just had to help make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't do the bill part. So I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure you have to, in most states, have a certain level of insurance. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of one that you don't have to have some type of insurance, whether it be no fault or whatever. So, yeah, I thought so. Tennessee Mountain High. I thought so. But Ernie's above the rules. He's above the law. He's special. He used to train U.S. Marshals. Defense classes.
Who does?
Ernie.
He still got the shirt from it. What was it? 2007. He said
Yeah.
something like that. Like, jeez, man. I'm glad I ain't in that boy's head. That would be like in the mouth of madness or something, dude. Well, I don't know if Xander really owns it, Stacy. And when we're talking about giving it back, what we're saying is um, he might have made an agreement that certain things would happen, and that would be his car, and he was going back on that, and they were asking for it back. But I don't. They could be footing the bill for the insurance, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible that could be part of the friction that was going on. But
well, you read between the lines, and when Tina said some stuff like
she
got all upset and said that her and Xander funded everything.
Well, she's not one to really hide shit either.
Right. I mean,
she's pretty fucking blunt. So,
but yeah, she said that like Ernie don't own anything. Me and Xander own everything. We have paid for everything, and now we're broke. So basically,
and that was after the inheritance money.
Yep.
Snap that broke, and he was talking about in his live all the money they spent on the Summer Wells case, and then him being on that mountain for 7 days looking for Brian Laundrie. Well, if you're that much of an idiot to go up there and waste your resources, the very little bit that you have, over a bullshit story that you've put up there, then go do it, man. You got to pay for the lies. You got to pay for the bullshit. But he was, oh, yeah, how much money? Oh, my gosh. And like, dude, first of all, you didn't spend shit unless somebody donated it and you said, okay, here's some money. We know you ain't got no damn job, boy.
Yep.
Well, on the books, that is. We know you like those under the table jobs. That could be why the lot lizard thing's a go-to, because yeah, I can't see too many donors just putting up 2 people in a lake house like that without anything being paid for it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people earn things on their back, is what I'm saying, or knees, one of the two.
Yeah.
And the history that we're talking about, we're not saying that Xander's gay. We're not saying that Tina's gay. We're saying it's been reported that Ernie is, and there's enough evidence to back it up. And I have no problems with any gay people at all. I have many close friends that are. I have a problem with a dude that's got a problem with his own sexuality and does a bunch of gay bashing and shit because, well, plainly put, he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
You don't go around being dicks to other people because you're afraid you're going to get found out at being the people you're persecuting.
Well,
you can do it, but you shouldn't.
Evidently, he lived with Phil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he told me, like,
he had a bed in Phil's house. Well,
remember when he came to my house that time after he kidnapped Phil.
Yeah.
And he told me that Phil was trying to kill him.
Yep.
Phil injected him with that stuff that he's now saying is the government injected him with it in his thumbs with the micro needles and all that. He told me that story about Phil. Even sent me a Facebook message from Phil's account that he also sent to all his sisters and friends and everybody. Same message from Phil's account. I injected your friend and now he's going to die. Something like that. I can share
I've seen it. Yeah, you sent it to me before. Yep.
But he apparently lived with that man. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can go look at Phil's Facebook. You could have watched that Facebook Live when Ernie kidnapped him. And dude's got sugar in his tank, brother. I'm telling you.
Well, dude, that's another thing. That whole kidnapping, that's how dumb Ernie is. He took that to Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying?
He was tripping, bro. You
Yeah.
seen that before? They've deleted those. Man, I wish I had those. He was flipping out. Like both of them had their arms crossed and they were rocking like in a rocking chair, but they weren't no rocking chair. They were sitting on the couch, flipping out, dude. And it was weird. Stuff barricaded against the doors, stuff in the floor, walls, just laying everywhere. It was a terrible looking scene, man. Like, oh, it was, disturbing. And then, and Ernie was my friend at the time, so I'm believing him when he's telling me that he thinks this guy's trying to kill him. And, he's messaging me and he's on this Facebook Live trying to get away. And that's where he came to, was my house. When he kidnapped that dude and left, he came to my house.
And when we say kidnapped, he didn't duct tape him and zip time, folks. He didn't do that.
No, he tricked him into getting into his own car with him and then took off and wouldn't let him have his car back. But the thing, if I'm such a bad person that he tries to put me out to be, when he was being chased by killers, why'd he come to my house? If I'm such a bad guy, why did he run to me?
Because I mean, from what I can gather, you're all he had.
I am all he had. I've been that many times, and but not this time, not no more. That ship has sailed.
I can't blame you, dude. I can't say I do.
I mean, I just can't trust him around my family. I mean, is there a possibility I would forgive him somewhere down the line? Probably.
But you don't have to forget it.
No, I won't forget it. I won't never be his friend again. If he asked for my forgiveness, I would probably be okay with that. And he's going to have to publicly ask for a lot of forgiveness before I would be okay with that. But from other people too. But and promise to stop doing what he's doing. But it's never going to happen anyway. But even if it did, there wouldn't be any more friendship.
Right.
Well, my MacBook's trying to sign me. If something happens, I'll come back in. It's trying to sign me out. I
got you. But yeah, man. Yeah, Ernie's definitely a Sheila, in the words of Dundee. He loves to wear that hat, and might as well just give him the rhetoric to go with it,
Yep.
Of course, he always has to have attention. You know that, Brittany. He is an attention whore.
Yes,
I warned him months ago, dude. Get used to your spotlight. Get used to it. You wanted it, you're going to have it, man. And he's embraced that. He really has. I'll give him that shit. He is a true idiot. But he's just with it, man. He's full force. Fuck it, I'm going to be a complete idiot.
He's owning that idiocy.
Yep. That's the only thing he owns. He wants to lie about everything else. Everybody did it to me.
April must have asked if he's been convicted of anything. Actually, yes. He has been convicted. But it appears as though he may be some kind of informant, which allows his record to not have any dispositions on it to show what happened.
Yep.
So yes, but he's claiming this perfect record, but he also talks about being in jail. There was a profile he had online where he said his ex had him put in jail, which I think was over the child support, and she didn't put him in jail. The government did because he didn't have child support. And then there was a time when he scammed all the wrestlers. They put him in jail there. And he was ordered to pay restitution. So there's a conviction there. Because if you're paying restitution, then you plead guilty to something.
That's a plea agreement. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then his little stint in New York, He was wandering around with a police baton and a syringe.
Hypodermic instrument.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it said. Hypodermic instrument.
Yep.
And of course, yeah, he's got a story for what that was. But I
yeah,
mean,
but if you read through those, go back. I know we got so many messages, but go back and look through the messages I sent you that were between myself and his sister.
Yeah.
When he was missing in New York,
mm-hmm.
He had left all of his mask making stuff at my house. All he took with him was what he could get on a Greyhound. So his story about that hypodermic thing being something to do with his masks don't add up. Nope. He didn't have his mask stuff with him.
Well, then you take the actions of him and Phil, the kidnapping,
and his state of mind afterwards,
the interstate meltdown that happened near Phil's house. It was the same county. So if anybody's wondering, it happened in Georgia. It happened right around Phil's house in Whitfield County, Georgia. You can hear it on the call, on the dispatch call. The lady even says it's Whitfield County. So that is in North Georgia, close to where Phil is from. So, yeah, those 3 videos, same time period, same guys. You just don't see Phil.
No.
That's
what
the only
is
thing.
it, Sunshine? She wanted is Earn I don't understand. Maybe it's a typo or what? What can I answer? Sunshine. It actually may be April's question, but I missed it in the chat.
What?
I don't know. Sunshine said Jimbo she wanted is Aaron was or Ernie was a.
So yeah, somebody asked if Ernie was a nonce. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, so that's not a typo. I don't know what a nonce is either. You'd have to enlighten me on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that a minute ago, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, guys. Hey, there's a pretty good number in here. 31. Gossip said hit that like button. We sure would appreciate it. If you'd like the page and like the video that we're doing right now, we would greatly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, if you want to subscribe, we'd appreciate that too. Like I said, all we're doing here is good work to try to expose, and we're going to do some other things too, like we're going to work on this food drive for the Wells family. I'm actually going to be in Gatlinburg on the 26th and 27th. So I can meet up with Jamie too, and it'd be a good time for me to meet him. And
oh yeah, that's awesome.
And Gossip too, I think, said she would be able to help her. But so I'll be in that area, so I can, between games, I'll be down there coaching my team. Even though Ernie don't think I need to be around kids.
Jesus, he'll be stalking you there, buddy.
Yeah. Listen, I got 4 kids, and they love me. And sometimes I don't even understand why they love me so much. But I wouldn't trade them for nothing, man. So, for Ernie to say I would harm a kid is just absolute foolishness.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it. And that's another reason why he won't never be my friend again. Like, you don't go there on people.
Right. It's wrong.
Hell, I didn't go there on him. I could come on here and make up a bunch of lies, and most people would probably believe it.
Yep. But we don't. That's the thing. We don't even have to lie, man. This shit is fucking everywhere, dude, because he's an idiot.
Yep.
That's exactly why. Now, he did manage to get a lot of people quiet and the internet calmed down about him and shit.
Nonce is like a loser. Then yes, Ernie is a nonce. Con man. Yeah. Yes. He is a loser and a con man. So yes. Yes.
So that's one of them questions that answers itself, man.
Yeah. It would be amazing if that happened. I don't know that that, like I said, I don't know that he would do anything like that, but Now, as far as skeeching on women, being an idiot with women, and yes, he does that too. One lady who was a friend of mine through Ernie, Ernie met her, brought her around. She actually worked for us a little bit, when we had the MMA fights. She'd, she'd do some things for us, and I paid her just like I paid Ernie. But this lady told me one time that, when she was telling me about Ernie, wasn't doing nothing around the house, and she's gonna have to ask him to leave, but didn't know how. And I was like, you might just have to let him know, just you can't stay. And then she told me flat out she's afraid of him because she would not let him take nude pictures of her. But he went into her bathroom while she was in the shower and took them anyway.
What?
Yeah. So if that's not predator shit, what is?
You might as well just rape her, dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's violating her rights and privacy.
Yes, sorry.
I mean,
yeah, for sure. It's the same concept, man. Same fucking concept.
Yeah, and I've heard other girls say similar stuff. And every time Ernie leaves a girl or gets kicked out, that girl's crazy. She's went crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yep. Or on drugs or something.
Yep. Always something, man.
Yep. It's never Ernie.
Never. And that's just not believable.
I mean, but he's a protector, guys. Think about that. Just think about it. And if you're one of Ernie's close friends, remember what Jimbo just said. He went in on his girlfriend and did that. What if you would get that comfortable around Ernie? What can happen with you?
Yeah. It's like the video we took outside the mansion or whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't on no sting operation, or not sting operation, but a private investigation. Dude was delivering food. He was working at a food delivery place. One of them?
At least that's his claims.
Something like that. And using somebody else's vehicle and taking advantage of somebody else.
Yep.
Went out and shot that video. And if it was for a private investigation, then why did you share that video?
Yep.
Okay? Don't make sense. Don't add up, little Ern.
Nope.
Lies get you, buddy.
Like I said, we're not all stupid, dog.
Yeah, he don't even realize it, dude. Like, he don't. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. He'll tell you. You listen to him, he'll tell you how smart he is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But he also tells you how stupid he is without saying a fucking thing, dude. He's retarded.
Yeah. I mean, he used to ask me how to spell stuff. Like simple stuff. I remember one specific thing he asked me to spell. And
was it specific?
No, it was direct.
Oh.
Direct. I mean, it's not like a third grade word or something like. Well, maybe a third grade. It's not a kindergarten word, but it's not difficult either. If you're as smart as Ernie and I graduate, you take 4 years of high school into 1 year and pass flying colors, then you can spell direct. And this was the days before autocorrect on everybody's phone.
Sadie, he does like having women scared of him. He actually, was it you, Jimbo, that has him bragging about Cott County being scared to death of him?
Yep. Scared to death
he's made,
there.
Yep, and he's made comments that he doesn't like being undermined. Like he's in charge of something. But that's why that'll tell you his attitude when it comes to women or even fucking trolls, man. They ask a question he don't like, you're undermining him. And he's going to let you know about it. I could just imagine what it would be like fucking living with his dirty ass. Jeez. Oh, honey. April, we all want to scare him.
Oh, yeah.
He went.
Stacy just heard the story about him touching another man's wife, and then the kids came clean. And you know
Yeah.
what? And he tries to deny that, but those people who claim that are upstanding business people in the community, and
Yep.
they have no reason to lie.
Nope.
You know,
They've
they
not even been
they
back
didn't want
either.
to be drugged
Not
through the
since that
mud with all
happened.
this stuff, but they know that Ernie needs to be stopped.
Yep.
And that's just the beginning, man. Like that's
Yep.
the tip of the iceberg. If he's going to do that with then he's getting braver and braver and wants to go another step further. It's just it's not going to be good.
Nope.
Not until somebody stops him.
And I mean, not for nothing, he better be glad that that dude's wife had them leave, and then she told him. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Because that would not have been pretty if he would have known what happened at that birthday party.
Yeah.
If he would have known, that birthday party would have ended real quick in an abrupt way, and very bad things happening.
Yeah. Well, his
Okay.
wife probably
And
knew that. Well, I know she knew that, and it was at a party, and she didn't want it to happen there. So,
right.
But
that's Ernie's good luck, I guess. I don't know if you would call it that, but that's how he gets away with a lot of shit, because other people don't want to go to Ernie's level, I guess.
Right. Error 404. That is a cool screen name for one thing. Let me commend you on that. And says no cops would go along with that on a busy highway using resources and 911 dispatch. He's a liar. You know what? Out of all the exposing and obvious stuff that I've told about that story that he keeps saying is a sting operation, that right there makes more sense than anything I've ever brought up about it.
Yep.
Why would the police be involved in a
Sanction it,
sting
right.
operation on a major highway with somebody acting like they were methed out of their head?
Right. Well,
you're right. That's exactly right. Good point.
That's why we do these shows, man.
Right now. 5. Give me 5. You just can't see it.
Do what?
I said I'm giving them high five. They just can't see it. Let's see. He said Jimbo was telling people he had court because of those bills. What bills?
The bills that they were trying to pass, I guess.
Oh,
the bills, man. Him and Chris.
He said I was telling people he had court because of those. What the hell is he trying to prove? Like, I'm not worried about him going into the legislative branches and presenting anything, because he is not well educated enough. Not even not well educated. He's not educated enough to speak to people who are in those positions.
Yep.
Don't make any sense. They will see right through him. He can get these people who are running for office out on the streets that are campaigning, and he's got his phone out, and they say, "Hey, that's advertising." Ernie's got 2,500 followers. I'm sure he's telling them that. You get on my YouTube here with me. Yeah, Ernie, come on, buddy. But when the actual legislative branches see the things, if Ernie's the one presenting them, there's nobody that needs to do anything. Truth comes out in the wash.
Yep.
Crafting.
He said a lot of people were stupid today, yesterday. Like, that's been one of his, besides GD, that's been one of his favorite fucking things he said.
Well, I am stupid. I mean, I was his friend for 20 years.
Yep.
Kept forgiving him and letting him come back and letting him be around my family and giving him money hand over fist and cars to drive and phones to use. I'm a friggin' idiot. He's right. Right on the money, Ern. I'm giving Ernie a high five now. You just can't see it.
Well, like I said, he claims a lot of people are stupid, and the reason why he said they're stupid is because it came down to them talking out against him. That's why we're all stupid. We did whatever in front of law enforcement. We did this. We're stupid. You just got to be stupid. And you can hear it. You can hear the narcissism come out in that word with him. You can hear it. It's like, wow, Charles Manson. Wow. And he had the nerve to bring up Charles Manson when talking about the trolls tonight. He had the nerve to bring that up.
Oh my God, did he really?
Oh yeah, and I went right to my keyboard and told him what I thought about it.
Compared him to Charles Manson.
He is the wish version of Charles Manson. He really is.
Yeah, he is.
He is the epitome of it. I mean, look at him. Look at his eyes. He's just a freak, dude.
Yep.
He's a damn freak.
Crime Beauty. Wow. So Ernie Shell was scamming people out of Friday the 13th mask. Was that his scam before predator hunting BS? Actually, his scam just before predator hunting was horror at the Plex.
Yep, that was his
mask
promoting.
making predates that. He decided he was going to run a Comic Con, a comic horror convention at Knott County Sportsplex in Knott County, Kentucky, and he scammed people in that town. A doctor, Sack Saeed, God rest his soul, out of money and time and resources, and never delivered anything he promised.
Not even an apology.
No. In his not apology, but his excuse, the blame was pointed at everybody but him.
I'll make sure that gets posted on the liking page. I'll make sure that goes up.
What's that?
His excuse.
Oh yeah.
Are y'all done with live?
No. Let me put you on mute. You got to tell me something funny. Go ahead, Kemper. Take over for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely 5'7", guys. Maybe a little bit shorter. Probably 135, 140, and built like a 10-year-old. Like I've been told, he's just a little bird chest bitch. So, yeah, he's definitely a little guy. Yes, Crime Beauty. Yep, he is. Hey, what's up, King? Who am I? I'm a guy that Ernie and his little friends decided that they were going to target me, slander me, threaten me, stalk me, all of the above. And pretty much before there was a Benny, before any of them showed up on the scene, we had been going rounds with him in social media. So I am one of the people that help run the community groups that they cry about not being in anymore, and we won't let them. They want to say that we're human traffickers and we're a pedophile ring and we're trying to keep everybody protected in our town. No, man. These guys are crazy. They have some far-fetched stories, and it doesn't matter really if you're licensed. It doesn't matter if you're any of the shit that he claims. You don't go around doing people the way they've done.
Right.
And I'm one of those guys a year ago that told him to go fuck himself. I made him 2 promises. 2 of them. I told him, one, his past was coming for him. The other one was, I'm not going away. He's tried to say I've been all secretive and all this. No, I had to use alternate profiles because your little bitch ass blocked me. But you wanted to talk shit about me on lives, make videos threatening me, all of this other stuff. So you can say what you want, Ernie, but that's why things went down the way that they did. And that's why he's got my attention, my full attention.
Yep.
Oh, they go after jobs. They go after children. They go after husbands, wives, anything that they can destroy, they go after, man. That's what they do. They can say all the bullshit that they want, but the proof's in the pudding.
You guys want to see a video that caused Ernie to go over the deep end and say that me and Matt were going to jail 3 days ago?
Sure.
I see that video.
Why not, man?
Let me see if
maybe it'll happen again, dude.
Let me see if I get to play. That tore Ernie from the floor up, didn't it? Tore him up from the floor up.
And hey, actually, that was one of the things that he said was stupid. They're so stupid. They got a whole page dedicated to me. I wouldn't say it's dedicated to you, but it's definitely inspired by you.
Absolutely. Good choice of words. Good choice of words.
Because there ain't nothing that we're dedicating to you. Not a thing.
No.
You ain't worth dedication, man.
He was also because he was running from people that were trying to kill him in the woods. But he claims he was attacked by Antifa.
New York, wasn't it? They threw some stuff that had bacteria in it.
No, that was a different time. That was those.
Oh yeah, they've attacked him a few times. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. He brought his new car to the house and told me that my wife said, "What happened to the hood?" He said, "The people from Antifa attacked me. I was going down the road. They just ran out and saw you."
Right there in Kentucky.
Damn, there's Ernie Shell. Let's go attack his ass.
Just hanging the fuck out in Harlan, you know.
Yeah. Now, he's got that Harlan County militia down there, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Brad. His pregnant husband. And if you want to know who we're talking about, y'all, just watch that video with him and Cody Huskins fighting. You'll see a pregnant man with a blue shirt on. That's who we're talking about. That's his militia buddy.
Hey, somebody needs to let Brad know that Ernie won't pay child support.
Why is that?
Because he won't.
Well, no, I'm saying, does Brad have a problem with that? Like,
well, he's his boyfriend.
What? Oh, yeah. Never mind.
I'm head, bro? Did I just go way over your head?
Man, I'm vaping over here. Get off my back.
Golly, man, here I am.
Got my vape.
Battle of wits. I'm trying to get ready for Ernie, and you're not even on his level, man. What's wrong with you?
Jeez, man. I hit his level a little while ago. Leave me alone. Well, April, he does shit himself about every day.
Kid?
You got a picture up. Not
even trying to be funny. We did have a post on the liking page where he had left some jeans behind at somebody's house. And it had the shit stains in them. I just thought it a little immature, so I took it down.
Oh my God,
let's make him poop stain Ernie from now on.
Oh, well, he's Dirty Ernie for sure. He's hashtagged as that. Dirty Ernie. Shannon Shea hashtagged him that and did a lot of good posts on him.
I'm gonna get me some of them shirts made that says "No excuses, just results."
Yep.
And on the bottom, I'm gonna put, in little bitty letters, inspired by Little Ern.
Well, and then on the sleeves, you should have something too, man. You know?
Well, need something on sleeves. I mean, Ernie's
I'm making fun of Ernie.
Something all over his,
That motherfucker, he had some damn T-shirt design posted a few months ago that looked like a fucking car in NASCAR with all the fucking shit on it, dude. It was gaudy. oh, it's gonna be the best material. It's not gonna be too hot. Like, dude, whatever, man. Yep, skid mark earn.
Skid mark.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. You need to get Ernie to pull out a knife and say, "That's not a knife. This is a knife."
Sheila.
Yeah. We'll check, see if that's a man or not. He grab him by the crotch and say, "Just checking." Yeah, he does got a bunch of sponsors now. I reckon Dodge is sponsoring him.
What, in Maxwell House too?
Maxwell House. Yeah, I wonder how he got those, man. Like, just because he's so popular on Facebook and YouTube, or
did he say Dodge?
yes.
Well, you do know who works for a Dodge dealership, don't you?
Well, apparently, if it's a real person,
Well, Lisa Marie.
yeah, if it's a real person.
Yep.
I mean, she's got the Dodge dealership shirt on.
Well,
But is that
do
her?
remember she was the source of his $100,000 job.
Yeah.
As well. So those, what I'm saying is those sponsors are most likely the same as his, what was it, director of operations job?
Operations director.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, the same as that fake bullshit he was trying to sell that nobody was buying. That's why he goes on to the next one. He's going to go after some pedophile in South Carolina that's on the run. Like, dude, you're going to get yourself hurt doing that dumb shit. Trying to hunt fugitives? You should hunt like Easter eggs or jelly beans or something, dude. It's much your speed. He didn't have that job, Heath. He talked a lot of shit about having that job. He never had that job.
No.
He's had, I think, 7 different jobs since October. He was going to go around the United States. He was going to be sponsored to do this, and he was going to have a team of people with him, okay? That he was going to go around to places where there are legends and basically conspiracy theories, like where Bigfoot's at, like the Beast of Bray Road in Wisconsin, like all of this shit. I guess like the Bell Witch in Tennessee. He was going to take a team and do that. Well, right about the time he got called out for his bullshit on the werewolf story, is when he was going to go and work on a fishing boat. And then it was Facebook security. And then it was executive security. And then it was the executive job. So this is what we've gotten to. This is all September, October, one of the two. So that'll tell you about his employment track record.
What's the status on his 60-day road trip?
Well, we've not heard anything about the road trip in about a week now. At least 4 or 5 days.
I'm thinking they're like 3 weeks into the road trip, right? That's not even close to 60 days yet.
Well, yeah, they should be about day, I don't know, 17, 18?
Well, I'm thinking.
Something like that. It was a 60-day road trip, and we've not heard shit from Chris. We've not seen a state house in a week. We've seen hotels, but like I said, people earn their stay on their backs a lot of times. So that's probably what that is.
What is Sadie asking? Question: can anyone answer? Cher mentioned that Ernie refused the DNA on his brother's murder.
No.
Of the essay and the mayor, there was 2 DNA found. Actually, there was 3 sets of DNA found, and one of them belonged to Shelby Shell, and the other 2 they don't have a match for. And if either of them were a Shell, especially the biological brother of Shelby, then they would have had a close enough match to get a warrant for his DNA. They did not ask Ernie for his DNA. I don't know where that story came from, but no, he was not asked for his DNA. He was not involved in that murder. I could sit here and try to throw him under the bus on that all day, and I could make it look bad, but I'm not going to stoop to his level.
Right.
He wasn't involved in that murder. But even though, he tries to say I was, and I mean, Ernie was with me pretty much.
Yep.
So, he's being a dumbass, but no, he didn't. He wasn't involved in no murder.
He definitely tried to get some glory out of the situation. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
He did do that, and if I mean at anything, I mean, yeah, he sold his brother out. Now his brother did something wrong. I don't disagree with it. I'm sorry. You kill a man, you pay your debt. That's just the way it goes.
It was absolutely the right thing to do.
And like I said, I agree with Jimbo and Ernie turning him in. That was the right fucking thing to do. Ernie, however, thought he was something that he's not, and wanted to record his brother confessing to it, and was an idiot and got too eager, and his brother knew what he was trying to do. Now he claims all this shit about how he saved Harlan, how he saved him from a murderer and this serial killer guy. Well, no, technically he's not a serial killer, and you didn't. You almost set him free, dildo.
Yeah.
There was a 6-6 hung jury because of your ass.
Yep.
You fucked that up. Nobody else but Ernie, Mac, Shell.
Yep.
And guess what, Ernie? Your brother's sitting in prison right now, stewing over you, buddy. I promise you that.
From what I understand, like they pulled, they got Ernie's family up there and asked them questions like, is Ernie tell a bunch of stories that aren't true? And they all had to say yes. Do you know Ernie to be a liar? And pretty much all of them had to say yes.
Yep.
Things like they brought up his scams. I think the masks were brought up. I think some of his conventions and maybe even the wrestling show. I don't know for sure everything that was brought up. I will know soon.
Yep.
But, I don't know yet, but I know that they attacked Ernie's integrity and his character and his reputation for being a liar.
Yeah, he was on trial too.
Yeah, and that's the reason why. They put enough doubt into the jury's mind. All you need was reasonable doubt. And there were 6 of them that had at least enough reasonable doubt to think that Ernie may have done it. Or at least Shelby wasn't the only one. Now, that's pretty significant if you really take into consideration that there was a confession.
Yep.
Shelby Shell admitted on tape that he killed the mayor.
To you.
To me. Yep. He I recorded it. I turned it in.
You still have it?
No, it's evidence.
I got you.
I could probably get it back. I mean, it was mine. But he turned, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, Shelby told in detail in that confession what he did, how he did it, and that he was alone. And Shelby didn't know that Ernie was going to hear what was being recorded on that tape. So if Ernie was involved, Shelby would have said that. But with all that being said, there was still enough character flaws in Ernie to warrant a hung jury, 6-6. Like it wasn't just one juror that held out. It was a friggin' tie, man, 6-6.
Yep.
That's significant.
Coming from a guy that's supposed to be an upstanding citizen and has done all this shit, it makes you wonder, because this is all public record. This is also under oath. This is documentation. This is what you call a receipt, Ernie. Okay, buddy? This is a receipt. And you can't argue it. You can, but you're going to look extremely fucking stupid. More than your average. And you know that. You also know, as I said, Bubba's a little bit mad at you. And he does get out. Well, at least he's scheduled for parole.
Yeah.
So keep telling everybody that your brother was a serial killer. Keep telling him that. Keep telling him that you saved Harlan. Dude, Harlan don't love you, man. You didn't save shit. That's how that works. Just like you being shunned by your family. We know the town has shunned you. You've got a couple crazy friends. That's about fucking it, dude.
Oh yeah,
We
everybody in
know.
Harlan, like, you know, I'm going to say 95% of the people in Harlan County that know Ernie know
Avoid
he's
him.
a liar.
Yep, avoid him.
Yeah. Now, Crime and Beauty, was Shelby as nutty as Ernie? I only knew Shelby for a very short time. Like Ernie brought him to introduce him to me in around Thanksgiving of I don't know, remember the years, maybe it was 12, but and in February of the next year is when he committed the murder and went to jail. So I only knew him for a couple months. I had to do some work around the house for me. He seemed normal. He didn't tell all the outlandish stories that Ernie told and tells. But he was a psycho. I mean,
They shunned him, Stacy, because he sold Shelby out. So they were upset over a murderer being told on by a con artist, if that makes any sense. A liar, a piece of shit. That's what they did, was they chose a murderer over Ernie.
Crime Beauty, I've known Ernie for 20 years. Met him when he claimed to be a wrestler, which he was a wrestler, sort of. He went through some training, but he claimed that he was an NWA wrestler, and he wasn't. So our friendship began on a lie, and it's been lie after lie ever since. And then it's just, here we are now. Kemper met him in different circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I've never even personally met Ernie. I have Tina and Xander. I know their history in my town where I'm from. So whenever this fool showed up with them, it was just that much more sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, their threats to me by using pictures of Ernie holding a gun, wearing his famous "Make Pedophiles Cry Again" shirt. Now they took my information, plastered it on the page, and had a message that said "Expect us." Now anybody that sees that pretty much thinks, okay, they're threatening me. That's a threat, Ernie. By the way, that's a fucking threat, dude. All right. The shit that you're claiming people are saying to you is a threat, like Pop, like TikTok. No, dude, no. That's not how that works. But fuck, I done forgot what I was saying. Oh well.
Sadie West. I just can't imagine how horrible that whole murder was. I feel terrible for the mayor and his family. Yeah, it was bad, and they drug that thing out, and the trial was like, I think it actually went to trial 6 years after the murder.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just very, very
13.
terrible.
Yeah.
And Ernie goes into the family's Facebook page, the memorial Facebook page for the mayor,
Yeah.
and tries to buddy up with him. And if you've ever heard any of Ernie's rehearsed stuff, I mean, he tells the same thing over and over. No matter, he'll go on Doug's show, Griff's show, Live 411, on Predator Hunter Nation. If he goes on the news, he'll tell this story just like this. The justice system
Yep.
released a savage line on a helpless community. I mean, that's his exact words.
Yeah.
Use that line in that family's Facebook page, saying, I tried to bring your brothers, families, whatever, uncles, killer to justice. I'm sorry it had to be like this.
It's still posted.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yep.
I think it's justice for Ronnie King.
King. Yep.
Yep.
And I mean, on a Google search or a Facebook search, it'll show up for you.
Yeah.
It'll show up. But yeah, dude, I mean, when I found the comment on that page, that's what made me realize there's not a level Ernie won't go to. I mean, using a dead man's image to have a profile on Facebook, him going to Ronnie King's family's memorial page for him, bringing his dumbass shit there. Like, hell, but then again, he showed up at his own dad's funeral after he was asked not to show the fuck up.
Yep.
And cause shit. Then he wants to get mad at me when I ask him about it and threaten me over it. That's okay, Ernie. I wasn't disrespecting your dad, dude.
So
Okay.
we got a few questions right here in a row, but the first one is, can I play Bluefield Hell? Actually, we may do that. Not tonight because it's already getting late, but we may play some segments from Bluefield Hell here soon on a live, and give all the credits to Diamond Dallas Page for that, and watch some of it, stop and talk about it. Watch some of it, stop and talk about it. Maybe I can get a couple of wrestlers to come on with me on the show and give their point of view as an insider, So, but yeah, that's a good idea, and we will look into that and do that soon. We'll play some of the Bluefield Hell soon. So Shelby is due to get out soon. Actually, he's up for parole, I think,
2036.
Is it 36?
36 or 37. I can't remember exactly.
39, he's released.
Huh?
He serves out in 39.
39. Okay. Yep. I was going to say that's the end of his sentence. Yep.
Yeah, but I think he comes up for parole in 32.
Oh, okay.
I don't see him getting parole.
No, me either.
And Brittany James, why did he murder the mayor? Money. It was a robbery. He thought he was rich.
Yep. He tried to fuck him, suck him, rob him, and it went wrong.
He even said in the confession, that he got into his safe and there wasn't nothing in it. A jar of old pennies and old money, and which is worth, pennies. He had a ring or something that he had tried to get, and either he took it off his finger or he took it off his out of his
get off my bed.
safe, but he tried to smash it down and so he could try to get it melted and resell, but none of that worked out for him.
Come on, baby, here.
Yeah, I would say you're right, Sadie. I would say that he will get denied parole.
Are you thirsty?
So, good people, do you know if he's gone into hiding? Who's gone into hiding? Who are we asking about?
Ernie? No, that boy ain't in hiding, man. He's just not telling anybody where he's at. And he likes to play that game because...
he likes to try that.
Well, the thing is where we stayed ahead of him for so long and were able to warn people that he was announcing into his life, we started calling these people. We started messaging these people like, dude, you need to know about this guy before you just go ahead and do this. And I told him in a conversation that's what we do. We try to minimize the damage that's created by him. And ever since then, he has made it a game on Facebook to not tell where he's at, but try to drop little clues. And it's funny because he forgets how many people are on social media and know all of these areas that he's traveling to. So if your network, Ernie, is big enough and efficient enough, anywhere you go, people are going to know where you are when you play your little game. Okay? They will. It's not hard to figure out.
Sadie, the sexual abuse was actually the way he got in. The mayor was homosexual.
Yep.
That's why there was other semen in his on him or in him, but
Yep.
Because he had just had sex with 2 other guys, and I'm pretty sure that's in the confession too. Ernie, Shelby tells how he got in. He tricked him into thinking he was going to have sex with him and got him to lay down on the bed. And I'm not going to go into any more detail than that, but that was his way in.
Yep.
So
that angle.
Yeah.
Which it's very apparent that both brothers have criminal minds. Very apparent. Ernie claims, "What charges do I got? Just because you don't have charges, don't mean you've not committed a crime, big dog. Understand that. It's not that way."
Sadie, it does seem a little extreme, and I can't remember where I heard this. For one, I'm getting really old, but the mayor was he's a former mayor actually, but was an apartment manager, and that's the reason why Shelby thought he was rich, was because he thought he owned the apartments, but he was actually the apartment manager, from what I understand, and apparently had denied Shelby an application with him and his wife or something. I don't know, but yeah, there was definitely some payback on top of the attempted robbery and all that stuff too. It was, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about all that background stuff, just what I've heard, and who knows if it's true or not. But it's kind of adds up a little bit, but I don't know. Yes, he is a sociopath, 100%. Here's a question for you, Kemper. Directed right at you, bud.
Let's see here.
I put it up on the screen.
Well, I can see it. I just don't understand it.
Oh. Did Ernie try to have some kind of contact Trump or Don Trump Jr.?
I don't understand.
He's claiming that
if he knows him,
coming on his show.
Yeah, he's
claims that Donald Trump Jr. is one of his best friends.
Well, yeah, he claims that, but I think know better.
But you see the people he hangs around with now, and I'm not going to talk about classes of people and what people look like, but do you think Donald Trump Jr. is going to hang out with people that look like Ernie or Tina or Xander or me, for that matter?
All right.
I mean, seriously, Ernie once said, if you're sitting with 5 millionaires, you'll become the 6th. Well, 5 millionaires aren't going to sit down with Ernie.
No.
He wouldn't be invited to that party.
If they did, they'd be sitting down to talk about how to protect their shit from him.
Yeah, he keeps showing that text from Donald Trump, but one of our friends actually showed us that same text.
Yep.
So it's a generated app type of thing, I think. Like the Santa Claus stuff where you can have Santa Claus text your kids or call your kids. It's kind of like that, except it's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It makes them mean.
Well, I know that Don Jr. did that too. He did it where you could purchase messages that were video recorded from him. So, just like he can meet Dog at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And,
just like that Chris Hansen thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about spending a little extra money to get me some endorsements just to match him. Maybe from the same people. Chris Hansen. I'll call Chris Hansen and get him to say what a wonderful guy I am. Yep. And how he thinks the world of me. And I'm doing a great job. Sure, if I give him $200, he'll say whatever I want to. But I'm sure Johnny Simmerly paid for that.
That just like those TikTok views that they were bragging about. 4 or 5 million in just a few days.
Yeah, Sadie, it was Facebook chat that our friend showed us too. The message from Donald Trump. It was the same exact thing. Only the instead of hi Ernie, it was hi to our friend. It's definitely generated. It's Donald Trump's not even allowed on Facebook. Like he's been permanently banned from Facebook.
Right. After what happened on January 6th, all that shit went down, man. He's not had social media.
Right. So
not just Facebook, not just Twitter.
He's pulling the wool over people's eyes, but he's not.
Well, he wants to act like he knows something everybody don't. Just like Trump's going to be president in 22. Like seriously, dude, take that weak shit somewhere else. We got more important things to talk about than that crazy shit. I said it before. Anybody that knows how things work, no, that's bullshit. If you think that's real, then your thinking process is fucked.
Let me ask her if I can share her picture because it's got her name on it, so I don't know if she would let me or not. But I'm gonna ask her. All right, we'll see. She may not be in here tonight. I don't know.
No, Shelby's not a tiny man. Isn't he a little bit bigger than Ernie?
Shelby's about 6 foot.
Yeah.
A little bit thicker, bigger body style, a little bit. They look just alike in the face, though.
Yep.
That
they do.
Ernie's probably the smallest person in that family, to be honest with you. Like, sisters are. Oh, guess what?
We can see it.
Got something for you guys. Just a minute. This is gonna be great. This is gonna hurt Ernie's feelings. I don't know if I should do it or not. Thelma, you care if I hurt Ernie's feelings?
I don't know. Who is it?
Ernie Shell. You care if I hurt
I don't give a shit.
No. How are you going to hurt his feelings?
I'm gonna show a picture of
Donald
Trump messaging somebody else. I'm doing it. I'm just pulling it up.
Make him jealous. Fuck him.
Oh God. Ernie's not the only one. Can you see it?
Yep. Well, I'm sure they can see it better than I can, but I've seen it. So it is funny as hell.
I could probably take my app on my phone and make it bigger. Let me do that. See if I can. Right. Go ahead and talk a minute there, and let me.
Like I said, I've seen it already.
Yeah, you have. I'm talking about all these other folks.
Well, I was going to say I don't know if they can see it or not. So.
Well, everybody else is probably watching on their phone too. It's not easy for me to see on the computer screen, so I know it's kind of small.
Yeah, I'm working with that iPhone.
Error 404 can't see it. So
I was going to say I've got a screen the size of a thimble.
Let me see if I can make it a little bigger here.
Yeah, they're saying they can't see it from chat, dude.
Yeah. All right, let me work on it just a second. Go ahead and talk for a minute, and I'll pull it
up. Sunshine Apple Pie. It's basically a replica kind of message from Donald Trump, between Donald Trump and somebody that we know.
So. Oh, it's the same thing that Ernie's got. I mean, word for word.
I didn't see what Ernie's had, but I seen what she showed me. That's how I knew about it. That's all. So I can't compare the two, but I'm just saying she told me it was exactly like it, and so I'm like, all right. So, but yeah, this is one of Ernie's favorite things to do, guys, is to fabricate things in his favor. Like I can just imagine what he's going to do with the recording of Don Wells, because I know he recorded it. I'm not an idiot. You know, and that man can put any kind of question in front of a statement from Don Wells, and nobody knows any different, unless you have ways of testing. So, what are we doing now?
Can you see it now?
A little bit.
There you go.
Yep.
That's
How
from
hard
Don's
was that?
friend Michelle on Facebook Messenger, just like Ernie.
The Ernie Specialer. But yeah, he left to fabricate him some
I think Donald
documents.
might be talking about old Ernie there. Yeah, he is.
What did he say about Ernie?
Donald Trump. Hi, Michelle. You're doing a great job. I can't wait to see you take down Ernie Shell. He is a predator, and HLS has been looking into him. Keep up the fight. And she says, "Thank you, Mr. President. We won't stop until we expose who he is. You have my number, Mr. President. Call me anytime." I appreciate that, Michelle. I'll remember that. So it looks like we got some people in high places here, guys. I feel good about this.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Donnie.
Your days are numbered, Dirty Ernie.
I hope we don't get in trouble on Facebook for having Donnie on the show. Old Donnie Trump.
Well, they might hit us with one of them community standards, you know. At least that's what Ernie tries to claim about his videos all the time, and he's full of shit. He don't repost them because he knows he's done dumb shit in it, and he don't want people to see it.
That's right.
Dirty fucking delete. That's what he do. He's a dirty delete bastard. That's all right because he didn't get away with all of it.
No.
Which is funny is I know a person that's been recording him off and on for about, I don't know, 8 months, 7 months maybe. And in that amount of time, they've accumulated almost 400 videos, live streams. Okay, that if anybody's paying attention, that's more than one a day for a solid year in less than a year, though.
Yeah. Oh, he can't, man. If something happened to his phones, and he couldn't go live,
he'd be in hospital.
Like somebody losing all their friends. Like that's all he's got. His world, his social world, is on his phone.
April does. You are correct. He is watching. I promise you, he's watching. If he's not, his girl Tina is.
Oh yeah. Hi, Tina.
You can guarantee they probably just sharing space, but they watching. They're definitely watching. It showed last night on Jamie's that they're watching because of what Ernie did with Don Wells. It shows you, and this is what he does, guys. Just so you know, if you comment or anything on our stuff, if you post or not post but comment or react or whatever on the liking page or on the stand, pay attention. So you're you. So if you don't want your information put all over Facebook or YouTube or anything else, make sure you got your profiles locked down before you do. Okay? Because like we've said, and you guys should know by now, there isn't a level they won't stoop to. If Ernie will text, call, or harass a 10-year-old child, know that they have no standards. So, and I'm not telling you not to message. I'm just letting you know when you do, they're going to do that. So be prepared. Just be ready.
Katie wants to know how Tina and Ernie met and if they dated. Actually, it was an act of God.
That's what the Predator Hunter Nation page says.
I know.
They were in a big battle with a guy that was ex-Blackwater, and apparently they were investigating him and having all this shit going on while Ernie, quote unquote, was saving a child and her mother from a human trafficking ring in Louisiana, I think it was. And he had to drive. It's the story he told the other day on a 6-Hour Live. where he had to drive through all these states, not being able to stop for gas, having to switch cars, all this shit. Well, it's a bullshit story, first of all, because I've talked to the lady that he's referring to in that story. It's not true what he's saying. Okay, it's a very manipulated version of Ernie playing head games like he did with the lady that we posted the affidavit of, where they were threatening CPS, DCS, whatever you want to call it, whatever state you're in. But they were threatening that to a woman over her daughter that they believed was being SA'd. And so they were threatening to basically call and have her daughter taken away if they or she didn't do what they were saying for her to do. In that they knew that her daughter had been assaulted and this was what they were going to do. And she filed a complaint. And guess what, guys? She filed the complaint and they still harassed her.
Yep.
That's the level of the bullshit. That's the level of the bullshit. I don't know if Ernie and Tina have known. I don't know how they met. I'm guessing a QAnon convention, or maybe when he went to Comet Ping Pong in Washington. I don't know, but I know he wasn't a figure for at least a couple of years. He's been around more the past year and a half. I honestly, being from Cott County and me living in Cott County at the time too, I'd never heard of Ernie. And I know quite a bit of the town. I mean, my dad was a pastor. I've been affiliated with it for 30 years. I mean, it's my home. So I know the people in the town. I even know the gossip. I mean, like I said, small town. But I've never heard of Ernie Shell until I want to say it was last February. It was last January. But I knew Tina and Xander for a couple years before that. So, but like I said, I don't know how they met. I don't know exactly how long they've been around. I mean, Jimbo could probably disqualify a couple of years here recently up to a certain point because he knows Ernie personally. So he's probably not heard of Tina and them up to a certain point.
I didn't hear of them until around the first of the year last year.
I was going to say about midway through 2020 is when you can see that they met because of their social media, what they're posting and stuff like that. So it was right before the election, I know. A few months before the election is when I seen him come on the scene. So, and that was their big thing, just like the QAnon clan. It was all election fraud. It was all anti-science. It was all, I mean, it was just, everybody knows all the conspiracies. Well, a lot of them started from QAnon. It came from that group. Their whole thing is do your own investigating. Well, Tina and Ernie, they do their own investigating. They show that you do, or they do. This is what they fucking do. They do their own investigating. Well, if you're a moron, you're going to come up with a fucked up result, which is what's happening with them, which is what happened with a lot of these people in QAnon. All these predictions, everybody kept getting excited over and over because of the shit with the election. Well, guys, whenever they stripped QAnon off of social media, whenever they took down all those groups that even Ernie and Tina talk about, people stopped doing hashtags with the QAnon sayings, the QAnon label, all of that. They quit doing it. It was stripped down. So even in the DMs, all those fucking chain messages or whatever you want to call them over the election and all that bullshit, that was all QAnon freaks. That's exactly who it was. And yes, at one time I was following the QAnon bullshit until I ran into their claim that Donald Trump was anointed by God to take on the ritually and take care of the leftist Democrats, the Satanists, the cannibals, those people. I'm sorry, guys. There's those people on both sides of the aisle. Say what you fucking want, okay? I'm not an idiot. And I know enough about Donald Trump to know that he's not God's anointed. I'm sorry. That's just not a thing. So I had a hard time grasping it. Like I can't wrap my brain around what they're saying. I'm an SA survivor. Okay. So it's a thing for me. I have an interest in trying to make sure that other people are safe. I have all of my life because of what happened to me. I've said it before. I hate bullies. I hate them. I've seen a lot of bullies do a lot of damage. I had bullies do damage to me in the sense of SA. So I don't fuck around with it. And that's exactly what these fools have been doing is bullying. I'm sorry I spaced out there for a minute.
You good?
But yeah, I lost what I was saying, man. Sorry.
You good. Hey, we're about 2 hours and 20 minutes in, I think. Let's talk about the food drive again before we sign off tonight. We're going to put together a food drive type thing with canned goods and dry goods, and maybe soda or milk, some juices, drinks, or whatever like that. But anyway, and we're going to have the people in our the stand and Tales of the Lycan and Jamie's Predators of Predator Hunter Nation, those 3 pages together, and anyone else who wants to join in. We're going to try to get as many folks as we can to donate those dry goods and canned goods and stuff like that. Down there in Cott County somewhere, we're going to disclose the location later.
It won't be the Hemp Cafe.
It won't be the Hemp
Cafe. It will not be.
We will take the stuff to Jamie, and I may be able to help out with deliveries depending on my basketball schedule. I'll be down there that weekend. Gossip said she could probably help too. So, but let's look at the weekend of the 26th and 27th. We'll get those goods together down there somewhere and meet up with Jamie, and Jamie can deliver those to the Wells family. And we're not saying that guilt or innocence either way, but we know that's a family who's lost one child to dire circumstances, and at least 2 other children have been taken from their home. So they're not able to work. People like Ernie are making a mess for them with their reputation, and they're not even able to earn a living now. So we're just trying to help out any way we can with the things we can to a needy family. That's it. Bottom line. So anybody that wants to help, we are going to get the info. We may get a page of information to display and show that. We'll post it on Tales of the Lycan.
It is her birthday today, dude.
Summer Wells' birthday?
Yep, today is her birthday.
Oh my goodness!
I know. I heard a few channels are going to be staying on all day to remember or to honor her, I guess, on YouTube. I know there's a few things planned, so yeah. But today is her birthday.
So, got a couple more questions. Anybody got anything that you just dying to get off your mind right now? Well, say it or ask it.
Yeah, anybody got some questions for me? God
bless you, Error 404. I'm sorry to hear that. And, you're not the only one. There's plenty, and it takes a lot of guts to say it. So we appreciate you, and sorry to hear that.
Oh man, yeah.
Water is free. Where's water free at?
Yeah, man. I live
Rainwater is. You go
at the
down to
Great Lakes. It still ain't free. We got 4 of the Great Lakes next to us.
maybe that's maybe it's free and it's still too expensive for Ernie to take a bath. I don't know. I already my notebook out today. I will break it out next time. But one of the things I wrote down notes, Ernie was on his live day and said, somebody asked him about taking a shower, and he goes, "Why does people say that?" Well, there's a couple reasons. Because several people who you've stayed with, women, myself, my family, have seen you go weeks, days and weeks, sometimes a month, without taking a shower, dude. Your breath has been so awful. The last time he was at my house, I couldn't talk to him. Like I told my wife, I can't even get near him. Like the breath will blow you down. And he won't, we've offered him toothbrushes, stuff like that. He won't take them. We won't use them. Oh, I got one, but you never see it.
Yeah.
But he don't give his clothes to my wife when he's here to wash. He just wears the same shit, recycles it.
Well, that's what he does out of that trunk, man.
I know, but it's disgusting. Yep. But so that's the reason people say that, Ernie. And not to mention, you pull up your phone, look at your hands, dude. Take a picture of your hands.
And look at it.
They're disgusting.
It's like you wiped your ass with your fucking hair, dude.
Dirt up under your fingernails. If you wash your hair and scratch your head while you're washing it, that'll help clean those fingernails out, bro. Well, get your little fingernail brush, does wonders. But, you clean up a little bit, wear some different outfits every now and then, people might not think you stink.
April does. Yeah, he's not going to find anybody to settle down with because nobody wants him. Even the last claim of having a girlfriend wasn't really a girlfriend at all.
No.
It was a situation that was manipulated where he was, quote unquote, protection, security, and had made claims that he was ex-military and used to work for DHS, I believe it was. It is posted on the Lycan page, his claims, and this is the woman that made the claims. But she said the minute he walked in her door, he was wearing her Glock on his side like it was his. So first of all, that'll tell you Mr. Man don't have a gun. Now, he's made claims that he has a gun with tombstones on it, but he also claimed he shot a man named James Black with it. I think it was James Black.
James Black was his friend. He killed the guy that killed James Black.
Okay, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he killed him with a pistol that had tombstones on it. Because he's infatuated with the movie Tombstone? Think about it, guys. That's how fake he is.
Yeah.
But he's not going to find anybody that wants him except for Tina. That's it. The woman told me that he had her leave his house or had her leave her home, scared, like freaked her out, saying that somebody was in there, 2 people were in there or something like that. Had her get in her car, he come around the corner, got in, they took off. Now, in that area, cell phone reception is a hard thing to find. Okay, it's just like East Tennessee. Well, he told her to drive until she got internet service to call 911. Well, she was like, fuck that. And she turned the car around. When they got to her house, she had to take her gun from him to go inside and clear the house.
Yeah, the one he was protecting her.
Right. He did not do any of it. He let her go in that house by herself to clear the house while he was outside. And she said after she was done, she looks over and he's sitting on the couch on his phone.
Yep.
So, like I said, unless he really gives a woman a snow job, like she's just dumb, like slobbering on herself, I don't see him settling down with anybody. Because they're going to have to be very rich and very tolerant to a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
He likes to target women so he can basically milk them for what he can get from them.
That's what he does.
This is a common story. This is not one thing one person told me. There's at least 4 people that have told me this. And not about one person. These are 4 different individuals that was with Ernie.
Can we get who on to talk? Air 404.
I don't know if we can or not. A lot of these people choose to not come out and say anything because of what Ernie does.
You know, he goes after them socially on their their social lives, their reputations, doxes them, puts their information out on the internet for people.
Yep.
And he's dangerous in that way.
Well, I mean, like the girl that he supposedly saved her and her daughter, and that her baby daddy sold her daughter into a human trafficking ring and this and that. Basically, that was all bullshit. Everything happened within Cott County, okay? Yeah. And it wasn't anything like he was saying. It was a story that they, okay, not just Ernie, but the rest of them, had this woman believing that she had been sold into fucking human trafficking along with her daughter. Okay. Now, this is a woman that doesn't have a history of drugs or mental problems, but the bullshit story, they made her look like she was incompetent. It took her more than 5 months to get her daughter back.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. And literally, it all happened in Cott County. And all it was her walking down the road with her child. Like Tina's told the story before, how she was listening to a Jelly Roll song, just got up and left. Yeah, that might be true, but tell them why she left, Tina. Because you guys are crazy and you had her freak the fuck out along with her daughter. You guys had told so much bullshit, like you're super soldier, like you're werewolf shit. All of that shit, you had her believing that shit. It wasn't a fucking chase through 4 or 5 fucking states. It wasn't. You know it. We know it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of these people won't come up and talk because once they do, they're going to start having phone calls to their employers, to DCS. I know that it was told to me that there was somebody in the YouTube community that had DCS called on them, and it was our main test subject here, our super soldier. Yep. Either him or his lovely tooth, one of the two. And if they're mad, and if they didn't do it, oh well, because you've done it to a lot of fucking people. Mm-hmm. So don't be mad because people are saying you did something that you've constantly done. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to yell at you. I'm just. But yeah, a lot of these people they choose to stay in the shadows. But hey, them talking to us, a lot of people, these people are talking to us, letting us know we're understanding what the fuck we're looking at here. We're seeing a lot of things we didn't understand before.
Yep.
And it does help. It really does. It helps us look out for the next victim. And we're not going to be 100% on that, guys. We can only do what we can do. Okay? But yeah, this information does help. And even the people that aren't speaking out, giving us information and allowing us to put it out there, those people that are scared to talk to any of us are seeing this on the page. So it's at least helping them, okay? So I would encourage anyone that has nothing to lose, if you've got something that you need to report or that you want to speak up on, then do so.
Absolutely.
If you're going to report a crime, then go through the proper channels. We are not a proper channel. I do know law enforcement, but I am not a proper channel. I can point you to them, but I can't guarantee shit. Okay? Go to your local law enforcement if something has happened. Let them know what's going on. They have to build a case for something to happen. If they don't know what's happening, they can't build a case, guys. They're not going to just, on the first time you go in, they're not always going to be like, oh, well, let me go put the cuffs on them. They're not going to. It's going to get frustrating at times. Trust me. But you got to. You still have to do that walk. You got to.
Yep.
But yeah, if you ever want to talk to any of us, message us. You can email. We're on Facebook. We don't hide, even though Ernie thinks we've got 1,000 fucking profiles and we're sneaky about shit. I'm a private man, and you can't tell it because this past year. But I'm a private person. But if you need to talk to me, man, hey, give me a holler. You
Yeah,
know,
same here.
I mean,
Same here.
I get it, and sometimes it just be able to talk to somebody about it helps.
Yep.
And I can't claim I know everything about Ernie. I do know a lot of his actions. I do know a lot of his repetitious actions. Um, with Jimbo's help, I've learned a lot of things about him, and it's not just stories. It's just him telling me tendencies and me sitting here and watching because Ernie does his theater on Facebook.
Yep. Oh, these live videos have become his center stage.
Yeah,
It's he's been videoing himself for years and standing in front of that phone and taking selfies before selfies were even cool. Like before you had the phone where you could actually look at the selfie part and take it. He had mastered taking a camera, holding it up, and taking a picture of himself. Like you know, he is a definition of a narcissist. Yeah, he did. Griff did say, I think, that Ernie got him fired, and I believe that. Ernie's dirty, dirty person, man. Um, he's coming after me now with telling people to call the school system where I work and trying to, have me fired. Um, don't want me coaching kids, and because he's mad at me. So it's just about as dirty as it gets. But nothing surprises me with him anymore.
yeah.
So, like he said, the gloves are off. So they certainly are.
I never had him on. I bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And judging by the footage, the MMA fight, and his dance with Cody, he shouldn't try to come around here. That wouldn't be advisable. You know, he sort of he don't dance in rhythm, so to speak.
He is a lot narcissistic. He is all the way 100% a narcissist. Thank you, Sunshine. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Well, guys, we've covered a lot tonight. We had a good group in here earlier too. I mean, we still got 20 something in here. I mean, it's nice little chat, and it's good to see some new faces again. We keep growing.
Yep.
Hope you guys are coming back.
I think our first live we had 3 people in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, that means people are talking. That's what we want. We want people talking. We want that conversation out there. Keep doing it, guys. We appreciate it, man. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't care, hit the like button and subscribe too. Because we're just going to keep getting stronger and stronger and do what we do, and trying to help you guys and get information out. And you won't see no cash app in here, not unless we're trying to help somebody and flashing their cash app for them.
Right.
But we appreciate all the support that you guys give us. That's all. That's great. It really warms my heart to see that the channel's growing and honestly growing. With good people, and we appreciate it. I mean,
yeah, I was going to say,
I don't know if I should feel bad that we don't have a bunch of trolls or not, but
well, I mean, still though, man, just the way that both your channel and with the stand and the Tales of a Lycan page, It's starting to gain a lot of momentum. It really is, man. And it's, as Jimbo said, it's exciting. It is. It's exciting to just see that number get bigger. That means more people know about Ernie. Even if it's one of his trolls, we don't care. Let's talk about Ernie.
Yeah.
And anytime he wants to taunt Doug and everybody else to come up on his platform, open invitation, dude.
Yeah.
I won't scream at you. I won't do none of that shit. We need to talk.
Would love to have him on the show. Would love to let you guys give him a few questions.
We need to talk.
And we will give him the opportunity to answer the questions. We won't take his attitude and his cussing, but if he wants to answer questions and ask us questions, let's go. Bring it.
Apparently he's on YouTube screaming right now.
Is he really?
That's what McKenna Parks is saying. But this is about the norm these days. He's probably bitching about us having our shit playing on his live.
Yeah.
How stupid are they? It's just stupid.
Jimbo, you're going to jail. I promise you, you're going to jail today. No, tomorrow. No, next day. No, sorry. What was I saying?
He's going to have to pick a day. I mean, last time he said he was going to have me arrested, I was like, hey, can I get that information so I can turn myself in?
McKenna said it's hilarious.
What's he mounting down about?
We need to get us somebody to screen record that for us for sure.
Oh, I'm sure it's happening right now, sir. I'm sure it's happening. I know a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, we really appreciate the support, and we may be back. I don't know. What are you doing, Matt? What?
We're going to have to go with probably Sunday. Yeah, next time I'm available. I mean, I work a double Friday and Saturday, so.
All right. So if
unless we do it real late, I can go late. I don't care.
Yeah, we may jump on late, and we'll see. But you guys, we'll post and invite. So keep an eye out on it on the Tales of a Locking on Facebook, and The Stand on YouTube. And we hope to see you guys all back. And bring a friend. Tell somebody. Bring them with you. Let's all have some fun. Chat. Ask questions. Get them answered. And if we miss anybody's question, really sorry. We will try to do better with that and reading them all and getting them down. We may have to take shifts on one reading some questions and posting them, and the other one answering them. But
yeah.
Man, you guys have been super interactive and helping us out. We appreciate it. And so that's all I got to say for this evening. Matt, you got anything else?
Dude, I'm ready to go to bed, to be honest with you.
All right, guys. Well, good night. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, guys.